We're in Benjamin Franklin House, just off the Strand, and I'm here with Anya Hindmarch. Good morning, Anya. How's everything going?
Good morning. Well, thank you very much. We're all a bit sort of blurry-eyed Fashion Week, but it's been a really buzzy London Fashion Week actually, and I think there's a real sense of excitement, and the town is full of good people and lots of talent, so it's a good one.
Can you tell me why have you chosen this space to show for your presentation?
Well, we always spend quite a lot of time and trouble working out where we show our collection. We don't do a runway show, obviously being an accessories brand. So it's quite fun to create some of the atmosphere of the season through our presentation. And last season we actually had a boat, a floating showroom on the Thames.
Which everyone was talking about, by the way.
Well, it was fun, and it's just, you know, just lifts your head a little bit to kind of be on the water. And this season we have taken a rather beautiful, very early 18th century house. It's actually where Benjamin Franklin lived. And it's just fun for all our foreign buyers and press also to see a bit of historic London, and it's just a beautiful house to be in.
And can you tell me about the concept? Because downstairs you've got kind of cake display trays and jellies, and here we've got a paper tree with tassels. Can you talk me through the concept of it?
Well, the idea really was, it's called a house of intrigue, so it's just really to showcase the designs. It's slightly bonkers, so there's rather mad things that happen. You walk through a room and there's all the beautiful evening bags displayed on a beautiful table of puddings and jellies, but suddenly as you walk past it, it shakes and it all moves, and it's a bit disconcerting. There's little sort of films you can see through the backs of wardrobes. It's all quite kind of curious and wonky. In fact, there's actually a room we've built in the very basement called the Wonky room, where you can go in and depending on where you stand, you look either like a giant or a mini person, so you can actually have quite a lot of fun. You get a little souvenir of the photograph as you leave.
And with your autumn-winter collection, what was your starting point? Do you start with a fabric, or do you start with a sketch or a brainstorm with the whole team? How does it work?
It starts with an idea, often from what we're sort of craving next. I mean, I'm really obsessed by very luxurious functionality, so things that actually really work. So I'm obsessed by labelling, having a pocket for everything. I love things that just give you that kind of got-to-have feeling. So this season there's the beautiful Huxley, which has lovely shagreen, heavy tassels that go on lovely leather, very soft, sort of velvety calf bag. So it's not so much about a theme, it's more about what do you want to wear, what's going to make you feel good, and it sort of really starts very much from that starting point.
And you've got model of the moment, Edie Campbell, as your muse for the second season. Why have you chosen her?
I love Edie. She's a lovely girl. I'm really very fond of her, and she's from a very creative family. She just has a very British sort of aesthetic. I think she's very much a sort of that British look, slightly quirky, quite kind of cool. And I think she just works for us. I think we're obviously a very British brand, so it works very well, and we love her.
Do you have a favourite piece from your autumn-winter collection? I bet it's like picking a favourite child. You probably love them all the same.
Sophie's choice. Really hard, and to be honest, it can change daily. I think the Huxley is probably my favourite bag. I can't wait to get it, which is a really good sign. But there's also a lovely clutch version of that, which is a big sloppy clutch with a big kind of utilitarian zip. But there's a great fringing tote bag, which I love. There's some lovely pieces and glittery pieces in the evening, so it would be really hard to choose.
I'd also like to move away from the handbags and ask you about your footwear. There's some beautiful shoes downstairs, and of course for spring summer this season we've got some gorgeous hats. Do you work through that? Is it things that you wear and that you want in your wardrobe? How does that work?
I like to see it just really as accessories. So rather than a sort of a footwear line or a sort of suddenly doing a range of hats, it's more about what do I want. And I always, when I design, I think about an empty store, and actually what would you love to, if you walked in, what would you love to buy? And so if there's a great basket, would it be fun to have just the little straw trilby? Or if there's a great evening bag, would it be fun to have a shoe that kind of works with it? So it's very much that sort of idea, which is quite a nice, rather sort of selfish way to design actually. But and so it's just really picking out the things that make me excited.
Thank you very much for talking to My TV, and enjoy the rest of Fashion Week.
Thank you very much, you too, thanks.